Hello and welcome to eBay with Chris, where I'm on a journey to grow an eBay business from $0 to $3,000 monthly profit in just 12 months. This week the results were not good. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Let's dive into it. So in this video we have a lot of fun stuff to cover. If you want to skip around and go to a specific section, check out the chapter links in the notes below. In this video I'm going to give you an update of my progress for the week of February 27th to March 5th. We're going to go to the Goodwill bins. We're going to see what items I bought. We're also going to look and do some research on one item so you can see what I do to make a buying decision. I'll show you a lesson that I've learned, one of the things that I really struggle with, and a couple of bad buying decisions in that same area. Finally, we're going to wrap up the video with looking at my numbers for the week. The question is, how did I do in my progress towards my goal of making $3,000 profit per month? We'll look at how many items I purchased for resale, how many items I sold, the eBay payout, did I make profit on any of these items? We'll look at all the numbers and see how I did this week. Okay, so I just pulled into the parking lot of the Goodwill outlet bins. There's a line of probably 25 to 30 people waiting outside already, and it looks like they're just about to open. I'm gonna grab my bags and head on in. Okay, so we did pretty good. We got 2 IKEA bags full, spent about $75. I'll kind of show you what I got when I get home. Okay, so I'm back from the Goodwill. I went to the Goodwill outlet bins today and I spent a total of $74.63 on 31 items for an average buy cost of $2.41 each. Now my Goodwill outlet bins, they charge $1.99 per pound. So obviously some items way more than others. Like a jacket is probably gonna be like 3 pounds. So buy cost of about, like $6. But a light shirt could be, maybe a quarter of a pound or half a pound. So it could be a buy cost of 50 cents or $1. Here are a couple things that I've picked up. I'm not going to show you everything, but just a few things, just to kind of see what type of things I've picked up. So today I got a Tommy Hilfiger jacket, really nice and great condition. I've learned to inspect my jackets a lot better. I check the zippers, all the pockets, make sure everything is in working order. I also picked up this Mickey Mouse duffel bag. It's kind of an aviator bag. It says Mickey Flight Gear. I actually tried to find it on eBay and I couldn't find it. I did a Google photo lens search on this patch right here. I couldn't find it either, so I'm not sure what to do quite yet, but I'll figure it out. Also picked up this pink New York Yankees hoodie. Very cool. I found this Tinkerbell, Disney Store Tinkerbell jacket. Check out the back. Nice, isn't she cute? Let me see what else. Oh, this was kind of a really cool find, I thought. This is a DKNY jeans ski jacket. White at the bins. Shocking that it's super clean. Everything looks great on it. These types of jackets, the sell-through rate didn't seem to be the best in the world. Probably, like, for example, if there was 100 listings, maybe they had 25 that sold in the last 90 days. But this thing is super clean, and I think I could probably get like $40 to $50 for it. Let's see what else. Oh, I picked up this, I'm still experimenting, I'm still learning, but I picked up these Champion sweatpants, just regular sweatpants, nothing special about them except they are size 4XL. And there's not very many of these on there on eBay, this type of size, and the sell-through rate for this size of sweatpants was over 100%. So I thought these would be a quick turn. Let's see what else. I found another jacket here. This is, what brand is this? Oh, this is a Notre Dame jacket. Now I'm taking a risk on this one. There's a ton of Notre Dame jackets on eBay right now, and so I'm not exactly sure how long I'm going to sit on this, but I'm going to try and price it aggressively and move it. I came across an REI Co-op vest. Now REI Co-op, from what I've heard from watching my other YouTube friends, is that this is a good brand to pick up. So when I saw this, I grabbed it right away, and then later I did the comps, and it is good. It's got over 100% sell-through rate. For me right now in my business, the sell-through rate is really important because I want to turn the inventory really quick. I don't want to sit on it. I think that's important in any eBay business. I also picked up these, look at this, new Carhartt socks. Pretty cool, in the box and everything. I grabbed this right away. Here's a 32 degrees, 90% down vest, super light. I mean, this thing's gotta be less than half a pound. But these have a good sell-through rate, and they sell for like 30 bucks. So thought that was a good deal. Found this BB, I don't know how to say it, BB or Bebe jacket. I also heard that this is a good brand. But when I looked up the comps, I didn't find one exactly like this. And the sell-through rate seemed to be about 25 to 50%, which means like if there was, 200 listings, maybe 50 had sold in the last month or so, but or in the last 90 days. See, I'm still new. So I need to do some more research on this and really dial in the keywords, because I don't know exactly what type of jacket it is. Obviously I know the name brand, but I don't know what type and how to describe it the best way to get a sale on it. Let's see what else. This is interesting here. This is a Savannah Jane denim jacket with some pretty cool design on the back. I just picked it up because of the design. The sell-through rate, I mean, there are not very many of these on eBay, probably 10 to 15 listed, and maybe 5 had sold in the last 90 days. But I thought the design was so cool that I had to pick it up. I got these Columbia PFG hiking pants. Now the Columbia PFG brand is a pretty good brand to pick up, although the sell-through rate is a little bit light on this, but I think if I price it correctly, it will move. I got these don't have any kind of branding on them or that's any good, but just the Halloween motif, I know these will sell pretty quick, probably for 9 or 10 bucks, but super light. I mean, this has cost me 50 cents. I got these Victoria's Secret, I think there's some kind of pajama pants or something. Not exactly sure. But anything Victoria's Secret seems to sell. I picked up a couple other items before and they sold pretty quick. Dravis jacket. I picked it up just because it's pretty cool. It's got this, I don't know if you can see that, embroidery on the front. It's a cool looking jacket. And it seems like the sell-through rate on it is okay. So we'll see what happens. I tend to gravitate towards jackets, hoodies, things that are kind of big, catch my eye, jeans, camouflage, anything camouflage tends to catch my eye. Now when I'm diving deep into a bin and I'm looking at every single item, that's when I'll find smaller things that are kind of left behind. And so for example, I picked up this Tommy Hilfiger sport jersey. Just kind of at the bottom of the bin. I found, what is this one here? Oh, this is another Nike jacket right here. It's got the Manchester United soccer school emblem on it. And there was 5 or 6 listed on eBay. And only like 1 had sold in the last 90 days. But I thought, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And it's so unique. I figured I'd try it out. So anyways, those are a few things that I found. In total, I found 31 items and only spent, like I said, $74.63. So when I'm at the bins, I do a lot of research. So let's check out an example right here. Okay, so I found this Stacy Adams pullover, and it's a brand I never heard of. So let's go ahead and do some research. So I open the eBay app and I type in Stacy Adams pullover, and let's see what we get here. Okay, there we go, search results. Let's see how many are listed. Oh, there's 60 listed right now. But how many have sold recently? That's the first thing I wanted to see, is how many have sold. So you click that, it looks like I got to go down here and click on the sold filter. and 30 have sold in the last 90 days. Let's see what prices they have right now. Scrolling down to see if I can find something similar. And there are some similar items right there. That's how I do research. I open up the eBay app, I type in what the item is, and I see how many are for sale right now. In this case, there were 60. Then I looked up to see how many have sold in the last 90 days. And in this case, there was 30. So that's a 50% sell-through rate, which isn't that great. So the next step is to look at the prices, or how much they have sold for recently. I found 3 comparables that had sold between $25 and $35 recently. So I made the decision to go ahead and buy this item, and I listed it for $24. And spoiler alert, about 2 weeks later, I accepted an offer for $15. It already sold. So now let's talk about lessons learned. And this one is actually pretty funny. So one thing I really struggle with in this clothing niche is sizing. Like even if the label tells me it's a large, I struggle. Wait, is this a men's large, a women's large? Is it a women's junior large? So sometimes I can't tell. Like, for example, I sold a hoodie to a customer, and when he received it, he said, "Oh, I think this is a youth large, not a men's large." And when I got it back, sure enough, it was. So that's one thing I struggle with. Another thing is this is pretty funny. I picked up this merino wool sweater at the bins, and this is supposed to be a large. Now, merino wool is, it's a good expensive wool. And when I saw this, I was pretty excited, even though the brand is it's just a Costco brand, but merino wool is expensive. However, it has been machine washed and it is now shrunken. Look at the neckline right here. I don't know if I can fit this over my head. It's pretty funny. And I did it again in the next week with this item right here. Again, another wool sweater, and it's supposed to be large. And I wear an extra large, but this thing is tiny. So that's one thing I got to work on, is making sure that wool items that I buy have not been shrunk. I got to verify their size. Also, I continue to struggle with identifying the size of jackets and coats. Are they men's? Are they women's? Are they junior sizes, youth sizes? So I am actually, I find myself constantly looking up sizing charts. And what I need to do is go ahead and just print those out and have them available when I'm listing. I have the measurements of the item that I'm listing. All I need to do is look it up on the chart and quickly determine whether it's men's, women's, or youth. Now let's look at my numbers for the week of February 27th to March 5th. Let's see if I'm making any progress toward my goal of making a monthly profit of $3,000. So if you remember, the 3 key metrics that I'm looking at are, number 1, I need to increase my store, the number of items in my store, by 50 items per week in order to achieve this goal. The second item is I need to profit at least $10 per item that I sell. And the third key metric is a 0.5% sell-through rate. If I have 200 items in my store, 0.5% sell-through rate would mean I sell 1 item per day in my store. So that's the third metric I'm looking at. So the first metric, did I increase my store by 50 items? The answer is yes. So I started the week with 133 items, and I went to the Goodwill bins one time. I bought 31 items for $74.63 for an average buy cost of $2.41. Now, I only bought 31 items. So fortunately, I did have a backlog of items in my queue that I could list as well. So I needed to increase my store from 133 items to 183 items, which I did. I completed it late Sunday night. So on Sunday, I listed probably 20 items in order to achieve that goal. Okay, the next metric is, did I profit $10 per item? So let's go ahead and look at the 7 items that I sold and see if I made a profit on each one of those items. Okay, so this first item was REI girls pants. The customer is all in for $28, including shipping. And my earnings off of that after eBay fees were $17.41. Now I'm assuming a average cost of goods of about $2.40, which has been my typical buy cost over this time period. And so my profit was $15. The second item is a Maurice's Angel Wing shirt. The customer is all in for $18.09. My earnings were $11.66 for a profit of about $9. The third item that I sold are these North Face TKA fleece pants. Unfortunately, the customer returned those items, so there's obviously no profit there. The fourth item I sold were Lucky men's jeans. The customer is all in for $30.07. My earnings after eBay fees were $16.90, so my profit was a little bit over $14. The fifth item was this Ralph Lauren women's sport shirt. The customer is all in, including shipping, for $20.17. My earnings were $11.80 for a profit of $9. The sixth item was this Michael Kors trench coat. The customer is all in for $32.25, and this item was actually missing a couple buttons on that attached the hood, and of course I disclosed that, but the customer knew that. My earnings after eBay fees were $15.72 for a profit of $13. And the last item was this Manchester United FC soccer school jacket. The customer is all in for $27.35, and my earnings were $14.32 for a profit of $12. So overall, let's see, out of those 6 items that actually sold, 4 of those items had a profit of over $10, and the other 2 items had a profit of $9. So far so good. And the third metric is sell-through rate. Again, I need to achieve a 0.5% sell-through rate. And this week I sold 6 items. Well, actually I sold 7, but because one was returned, I'm only counting 6. So I sold 6 items in 7 days, and I'm dividing that by the inventory that I had starting the week, which was 133 items. So if I take 6 items, divide 7 days, and divide that again by 133 items, it gives me a 0.6% sell-through rate. So I did achieve my goal. Okay, so now let's look at the eBay report for the week. As you can see, eBay reports that I sold 7 items for total sales of $163.91. The average sales per item was $23.42, which is down from my target of $28. 2 of the items that sold that week had a customer all-in of less than $20, so that impacted the average, of course. The big thing right here is the selling costs were $113.85, 69.5%, really huge. However, I did break that down, and $28 of that was the monthly eBay store fee, and the other $22 was from the return item. So that's a total of $50. If you were to subtract the $50 from the selling costs here, that would be $63, which would be 38.5%, which is in line with what it was before. Unfortunately, my net proceeds from eBay were only $45.58, so it was actually less money than I spent buying products that week. So financially, the week was in the red, but we can turn that around with more sales and less returns. That'll solve that problem. Thanks for watching eBay with Chris. If you like this content and you want to follow me on this journey to go from $0 to $3,000 in monthly profit, click on subscribe. If you want to see the video where I describe my plan to go from $0 to $3,000 in monthly profit, click on this video right here.